welcome. In this lesson, what we're going to do is to discuss about some specific asset types called tiles and tile maps. And also we'll look at what sprite sheets are, and then we can see how we can use that to build a very nice and comprehensive level for our game. So let's just jump over to our web browser. So I open up my web browser and I type tilemap, and this actually came out. So what exactly is a tilemaps? So a tile map is based off what is called a tile, and a tile is a square that has artwork that is used to build levels for some specific 2D games. So basically a tile starts with a nice square, and you can actually see these are examples of tiles. They are square shaped, and then it can be used to create maps like so. Let's actually look at the folder. In the folders we can actually see that we have this image for our tile set, which is actually 16 by 16 pixel tiles that we can use to draw out a level. So we use specific software to create the tile maps, which we're going to be using to import into GDevelop. The two most common softwares, they're not the only ones available, is Tiled, and we also have the LDTK, which is the Level Designer Toolkit. So I have specific courses on Tiled and LDTK, but in this course I'm just going to breeze over each of them, and we're going to use them to build the platforms or the pathway for our character. Let me just quickly show you an example. So I'll just close our tile set, and let's actually have LDTK opened, which is the Level Designer Toolkit. So using the same sprite sheets, if you actually look at this, it's the same tile set we have, and these are all chopped up, but we can actually use them to actually draw our level. So that's the advantage of using tile sets. Also in LDTK you can have layers. So let's say this is our walkable platform, this is our views, our vines rather, and this are props. We can actually just pass through these objects. So we can actually use this to build a specific level for our game. Let me just quickly show you tiled as well. So this is tiled, again using the same concept with tiled. These are our tile maps, our tile sets, which contains 16 by 16 pixel square spaces for each tile. And each time we select the tile, we can come over to our tile layer, and let's say we create a new tile layer, and we just call this I'll just call that shapes, and we can just go here and start drawing out any of these shapes on our level. And when we're done, we can actually see each of these levels available. The good thing is we can do things like group tile sets together and group these layers, and we can actually name them. So let's say let's call this level 1, so we can actually see the entire thing and just visualize and see how our game is looking like. And when we're done and we're happy with this, we can export this and bring it into GDevelop. So let me just show you the tiles type. So in our objects, if we click on add a new object, if we scroll down, we can actually see a tile map. So a tile map is going to contain the sprite artwork that we actually use to create our levels. So if you want to have an idea on how you can build your level, the creator of these tile sets actually have samples sometimes, and they show you how you can put these together to create a level. So I'll show you an example of the video provided by this creator. So I'll go back to my OneDrive, select the GDevelop project, I'll click on our first project, and I'll just open up this expansion pack demo, which is a video file, and I'm going to be including this in the course. But you can actually go ahead and check out Simos, who's the creator of this asset, and we can actually see how he was able to place these props, especially the walkable platforms like the floor. And this will just give you an idea on how you can actually create your own levels. And don't worry, I'll hold your hand and guide you on how to build levels using Tiled and also using the LDTK, which is the Level Designers Toolkit. So what we're going to do next is to download and install tiled and LDTK. You can either use tiled if you want or use LDTK, but I just prefer using LDTK and tiled as well because they both have their strengths and weaknesses. So see you guys in the next lesson where we'll take the sprite sheets or tile maps and use that to create a level, and then next we'll import that level to GDevelop and begin to code and create some movement to our player. So see you guys in the next lesson.